Hi, welcome to Clutter Bravado.
Yes, and it's the energy. It's not just about the stuff.
So we should probably just get into it, right?
Let's go.
Good morning, everyone.
Bonjour, ladies.
How are you?
I'm well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a long weekend. We had Labor Day weekend. How was it for you?
Well, we did a couple things together.
We did, actually. We spent a lot of the weekend together, honestly.
So it was great.
Yeah.
I'm falling in love with LA
Really?
more and more, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know why. Maybe because of you, I discovered the beauty of the farmers markets.
Uh-huh.
So I'm spending not a bit of time, but certainly a bit of money on wonderful producers that I'm in awe
Yeah.
of what we have here. Because of you, because of you and Jen, I went to a wonderful play.
Yeah, that's right. Tell me about the play.
I know you're going to talk about that one.
Oh, you want me to talk about it?
You're
okay.
more better.
Okay, so This Is Our Youth, and it was at the Moving Arts Theater in Atwater. And you and I went together on Sunday night to go see it. And it is produced by Art of Elysium,
Yeah.
and featuring these incredible young actors that I was so impressed by. So it's a play that was written in the 1980s.
Right.
And it's really a snapshot of that time, especially the way that it's written and the things that they're saying. And it was really also kind of jarring to hear them say some of the words that they were using, which we don't use anymore. It's very different lingo. But it was, this snapshot of just like this desire for independence and trying to figure out who you are. And it's sort of a coming of age, but also not. It's really, really beautiful, and the actors did such an incredible job of it.
It was really a wonderful experience. I mean,
Yeah.
I was, I tend to be in awe of people in general. I mean, I think that creativity and the courage to get on stage, and it was only 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that creativity, that power, that be like, yeah, I'm going to put myself out there. I was just,
Yeah.
and the play is great. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was really a good play.
And it was also the lead character, is, I believe, Jen's godson, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Indiana Affleck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did such a beautiful job. He was really, really talented, and it's really, really lovely to see, like, these young actors really stepping into the passion for theater. Speaking of having a passion for acting.
Yes, you're passionate about it, and I support it so much.
Thank you. But okay, that's not why I brought it up. I brought it up because we also went to go see one of my dear friends.
Yes.
He had a one-man show, and it is Larry Clark. He's a good friend of mine through Second Draft, which, if you're listening to this right now and you are in the city of Los Angeles, I encourage you to take a Monday evening to go check out Second Draft.
Because you will see us there.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're going to start showing up just because you're curious about it too. I used to host it at one point, and it is a cold read event that happens for actors and for writers on Monday nights in Hollywood at the Broadwater Theater. And it is such a great opportunity for artists and writers to sort of workshop what they're doing, kind of stay fresh, to stay sharp. And for actors, you show up a little bit early. You get, you talk to the hosts and maybe they'll cast you. You get cast on the spot, and that's your character that you read in the next 15 minutes. You don't have a chance to really dig into it and do a lot of the work and discovery around it. You have to kind of think on your feet. And it's a really great way to practice, to stay up on, practicing, because cold reading is a huge part of what we do as actors. So it's a really, really fun opportunity. And also writers can submit their writing to get it read by actors.
Right.
So you can sort of see how it plays out, hear how your dialogue actually sounds when it's coming out of the mouth of an actor. And the people who've been hosting it or who've been putting it on are industry legends. They've been doing it forever, and Larry Clark is one of them. Seeing his storytelling show was really, really like fun. It was a really great. It was really nice to be in a theater again. So that we saw that, and then we went to see This Is Our Youth, and now I'm dying to get back on the stage. Naturally, that's how I am.
I think it's
Yeah.
wonderful, and you need to work on that one woman show that you have, and you know, I think you were wonderful in it. So
I'll put it up again. I think I might do it like later in the fall this year. Normally I do it in the summer, but this summer it just wasn't gonna happen. So I do
this
want to.
summer flew by.
It did.
I mean, we're September, whatever, third, second, third,
Third,
I think,
September 3rd already.
and
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it tends to be like that, I think, every year, but this summer just
It flew by.
flew by.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's still so hot.
well, yeah, that's San Francisco. Thank you very much. I'm only 70 years old. That's LA.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's we're gonna have it's not quite an Indian summer, but it's a hot September typically.
Yeah,
So-
we normally get a hot September. I mean, my favorite time of year to go to the beach is the first week of November in LA because it's still hot, but it's a lot less crowded.
Talking about the beach, we also
Yeah.
went to a spectacular house in Malibu.
We did. With our last guest from our previous episode, Jeff Scalt, invited us to an incredible event in Malibu at this beautiful, beautiful house right on the beach.
And I hope that we get to do an episode out there.
Yeah.
It was spectacular. I mean, I was impressed.
Also, One Golden Thread, they put on beautiful events. They're really well known for that. I mean, granted, yes, it's like an incredible clothing company. And Jeff Scaltz, as you've listened to in our previous episode, he is so deeply connected to himself and purpose and consciousness and all of these things. It's in a woo-woo kind of way, but he's also very grounded in it. And getting to spend some time with him and some other incredible creatives and doing breath work in this, beautiful space and eating delicious food.
By a friend of yours.
Yes, by a friend of
Yasmina.
mine, Yasmina. She is an incredible chef, Moroccan food. She also does, a lot of different like Mediterranean styles, and her food was incredible. I've never had a meal quite like that. And it was really, no offense. Is that offensive to you that I say I've never had a meal quite like that when you're a French chef?
I'll let it go. It was really good.
This time.
I'll let it go for this. Don't do it again, though.
Oh, ooh.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, I do want to get prepared for our guest. So our guest this week is Kevin Kolanowski, and he is of Fuse Lighting in Los Angeles. And he's one of many guests that we've had here that are real makers in Los Angeles,
Right.
using the resources of the other artisans that are here and the vendors that are here. But he is working with designers and working with other people that are in the industry to create something that's specific to what we need. And he's also so bright and so I really liked his energy. He's very knowledgeable. And again, very grounded. I like that we have a lot of people that aren't,
Right.
Sort of like floating around and tons of like anxious energy in the air. Like he came in, we were all just very, really, really chill. This is a really great episode talking about how important it is to be making things here at home in Los Angeles.
And I think he's a very dear friend of mine. But I love his vision. I also love the fact that our little podcast is becoming more and more for this love letter to California and
Yeah.
California makers. And, Kevin is a big part of that community. And I think that we're going to expand it. I just want to expand it to here. If there's a cool winemaker who wants to be on our podcast,
Please.
I would love to talk to
Yes.
a winemaker.
A winemaker. Absolutely.
Because, broadening a little bit that concept of art and design, because we have that chance in this wonderful state
Yeah.
So you have all those people.
Yeah.
Shout out, I want to talk to Sandra Jordan. I want to talk to fucking Fury. I want to talk to, I want to bring all those people because we are so effing lucky.
We are.
And Kevin is a big part of that community.
Yeah, we talk about it a lot in this episode. And if you're not prepared to fall in love with Los Angeles, maybe pause.
Fall in love with the city, fall in love with the state.
Yeah.
And
there's so much here, and that's something that we'll talk about a lot in our next episode, which is our 1-year anniversary episode next week. I'm very excited about that. Really dig into why it is that we are continuing this podcast and what we're really doing with it, and that has so much to do with our love letter to LA and all the things that are made here and what the culture of Los Angeles really is, not just in LA but also San Francisco and the state of California. There's something really special about it here, and our design and the lifestyle that California is best known for is something that we want to celebrate more of. So we'll bring more guests on that are really tuned in and tapped in, and the tastemakers and the trendsetters and all of that. But first, one of our dear friends, Kevin Kolanowski.
Let's go.
Hi, this is Elyse from Clutter Bravado podcast. Clutter Bravado is an independent podcast, and as any independent artist will tell you, getting off the ground is a little challenging. If you like what you're hearing, please like, comment, share, subscribe, support us in any way that you can on the platform where you're listening. And follow us on Instagram at Clutter Bravado for exclusive clips, events, and giveaways. We quite literally could not do this without your continued support. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for listening. Tell your friends, and please follow and subscribe so that you can be the first to have access to our latest episodes. Now, back to the show. Welcome to Clutter Bravado. We are here with Kevin Kolanowski of Fuse Lighting. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Really good.
Someone I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Just like the majority of our guests. You guys have known each other for an extraordinary long time, but you're also like very, very good friends.
Yeah, we were, yes.
Yes.
Kevin and Celeste are part of the very tight community.
Tight family.
So you and I met initially when I first got into this industry, and it's been really interesting to see how strong the network is, how strong the community is in Los Angeles, and amongst the design and craftsperson scene, I guess.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah. So tell me about your beginnings. How did you get started?
Before we start, I just want to say happy anniversary.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah,
we are approaching the 1-year anniversary of Clutter
Yeah.
Bravado. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And it's a big milestone.
It
It is, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So how did you get started working in lighting specifically?
I was an interior designer, and I was working on a project in Hollywood, and this client of mine said, we were looking for some lighting for her bathroom. We couldn't find anything we liked.
Sure.
So we looked and looked and looked. So she finally said to me, she goes, why don't you design something? And I said, I don't know how to do that. Because I used to select furniture. I used to select pieces.
Yeah.
I never actually, designed anything like that. So she talked me into it. I had to find a person to cast it. I had to find a person to plate it. I had to find a person to wire it. And so the process was really interesting of trying to figure all that out.
Yeah.
And so when I did that, I realized that I had something different in me other than doing interiors.
Okay.
I had more of a sculptural background that I didn't even know I had.
Amazing. Okay.
So I could now see things three-dimensionally.
So that's interesting. So when I think of lighting, before I came into the field of interior design, when I was just kind of like looking for a lamp, you think that it's something that can be pretty easy to put together, but there is so much that goes into it. So when you were talking about the casting and like working with different materials, did you have a material that you wanted to work with at first or that you felt more confident in?
Well, I knew what the finish needed to be. I knew
Okay.
that because it was a bathroom, it was going to be a polished nickel.
Okay.
So because it was a polished nickel, I knew I wanted to make it out of brass because I found out that it was easier to polish the brass and easier to get the plating on the brass.
Okay. Yeah.
So otherwise, I would have had no idea what material to do it in. I had no idea.
How do you go about finding people to do that with you?
I'm not afraid to knock on doors.
Okay.
So I drive around these weird neighborhoods that there's lots of factories and warehouses that
Yeah.
have no signage. And I'll just literally
Interesting.
knock on a door and what do you do?
Yeah.
Just to give it, how long was that ago?
Oh, that was 25 years ago. now.
Okay. Okay. So this was also
25
like
years old.
probably before you could just,
Right, check on the internet. So it was
No.
like a lot
Google it
of
and find
driving.
out, yeah.
a lot
I
of
mean, you
driving
could probably
around.
still
could-
check on
yeah.
the internet, but I wanted to,
Yeah.
but you're not going to find
not.
something when you're actually looking at a door, like just, who knows what's behind there. And I found a lot of my places through that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So this is something that I've noticed too, that a lot of the workshops that we've gone to, that we visited, and like places that are doing the forging and building furniture, even your workshop too, they're not labeled. They're not these like big fancy. They are really just, you need a space to do it, and that's where the factory
Right.
is.
And why put a sign on it?
Yeah. I mean, people
Right.
are
What
are you-
going to
what
be
are you
coming in off the
advertising?
street.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's really fascinating that you just started going into them, just like, hey, what are you working on?
Yeah.
And you found some gem. I mean, that's the beauty about LA
Yeah.
is that
It is.
just
There's so much.
there's so much.
Yeah.
And you're one of my major source for if I need information, I know that Kevin has. it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget too, I mean, probably about 95% of my vendors that I use, like a glass blower, leather people, they're all within about a 30-mile radius of my factory
That's amazing. Where's your factory?
in Maywood.
Okay.
Just
I don't
south
know
of
where
downtown.
Maywood is. Okay, got you.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
south of downtown.
There's a lot of them there. There's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff that's being made in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Kevin's LA is like mine. We don't go past La
Doheny.
Brea.
Doheny.
Doheny.
And even Doheny, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if La Cienega. I think that my LA is La Cienega to Commerce.
Yeah, exactly.
Not Santa Monica, Beverly Hills, and
These are
Redwood.
not like the most glamorous areas of Los Angeles, but
No,
this is
not at
where
all.
the stuff gets made.
Made,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's where the makers are.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And LA is really known for that. It's really known for
even
the
when I
makers.
was looking to buy a building, I looked in that area in particular because I wanted to see who was near the places that I use all the
Right.
time.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
So that's why I bought what I bought.
Wow.
Hey, it's key because otherwise you spend your whole day to go
Driving.
from one driving
Yeah.
to one vendor. I mean, it's
Right.
Yeah. So having everything in that one neighborhood is really, really great. So speaking of neighborhoods, though, you don't necessarily live in a nearby neighborhood to there.
It's not that far. It's
No,
only about
okay.
20-minute drive.
20-minute drive.
Yeah, Silver Lake.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
at
So
3:00 in the morning.
we're gonna.
No, it's not that
I'm
bad.
kidding.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. So we're going to talk about your house in Silver Lake in a second because I am obsessed with it and it's really beautiful. That's what happens when you get a designer who is building and designing their own home. You get magic. But so I want to go back to how you put Fuse Lighting together. Like, how did you come up with the designs that you wanted to start off with, and what was it like to launch this business?
I was lucky enough to be friends with a person who was opening a showroom, Thomas Lavin.
Oh yeah.
So-
Who we had on the
Yes.
Yeah,
we had
he
He
on
was
the
one of
him
our
on the-
guests
yeah,
on the
one of our
podcast.
few
Yeah.
first guests.
But I was friends with him, and I told him that I was doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, I'm opening a showroom. He goes, I would love to carry your line. And I'm like, I'm designing one piece.
Yeah.
I'm not designing a line. But he said, but if you did, I would carry it.
Interesting. Yeah.
So I just started thinking about it. I'm like, why not try it? There's no reason why I shouldn't try it. So I designed a collection
Okay.
of like 10 pieces. And I gave it to him and I said, what do you think? And he goes, I'll take it. So
Wow. Yeah.
and even at the time, I've discontinued all of those pieces
Okay.
since then. They were trials for me. I didn't know exactly what my style was. I didn't know exactly who I was at the time. It was on my first collection. And so I was able to get into a showroom. And after my second year in the business, another showroom owner from New York came into LA for West Week at the
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
And he said, I will take your line. And I'm like, this is crazy. And all of a
Okay,
sudden
that's amazing.
other showrooms started
Yeah.
calling me and saying, I want to take your line. It was just bizarre to me.
Wow.
I still was doing interior design.
Okay.
Because
so
I
this wasn't
couldn't-
even like your main gig. This was just something
No.
that you were also doing
It
to
was
see
something
if it could work.
on the side to see if I could do it.
Wow.
And then at that point, like 2.5 or 3 years after starting the company, is when I finally said, I have to make a decision which one I want.
Okay.
Because I couldn't do both
Right.
anymore.
Yeah.
But I was literally doing the interior design to pay for the lighting company to all, for all the samples and the, tear sheets and brochures or whatever else I needed to get the business going.
Yeah. Okay. So my question for you about the way that you started it kind of seems like, it just kind of happened. Like this
I was very
opportunity just kind of
lucky.
came. Yes.
Yes.
So do you think that that's still how it works? If someone wants to start a lighting company out of nowhere right now, if they would have those same sort of opportunities, or do you feel like the market has changed?
I think if there's talent, you'll find the place.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters if the market has changed at all. And I know the market has changed.
Absolutely.
I mean, I see it, I feel it. But that doesn't mean that a talented person can't do the same thing.
There's a lot. What's that show in New York where a lot of young designers?
At the Javits, I can't
Yeah,
remember
the
the name
Javits.
of.
There's a bit,
Yeah.
there are a few shows where young designers
Young
go there
designers,
and
they show their stuff.
They show their stuff, and
Okay.
then,
Yeah.
And
you know,
showrooms will go
showrooms
to
will
there,
go.
and they'll be picking from those people that are showing there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if you have, I mean, the competition is definitely stiffer now than it was. But if you're talented and you want to
Right.
work, not make it sound like you want to work like an old man. But,
No, talent is
but
talent,
you want
though.
to dedicate your
Yeah.
time
Right.
to that and focus on it. There's definitely ways to do it
Right.
still.
So as a new business, like when you were first getting started and you were first starting to put some things out there, and as your taste is sort of evolving too, what were some things that influenced how you evolved? Like what your new designs were going to be?
Lack of what's in the market.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, since I was an interior designer, I
Yeah.
knew what was in the market. I knew what was out there.
you know the gaps.
I knew what was missing.
Okay.
So I was like, I know what I want.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I want to see. So I'm going to put that out there.
Perfect.
And I didn't care if somebody else didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And I still don't. I mean, even if I design something today, I never designed for those other people.
You design for
I
what
design
you
for
want to
me.
see. Yeah.
And if you like it, great. If you don't, there's other things. So
When you were getting started too, and as you were building, you had other designers that you knew and that you were working
Yeah,
with,
of
I'm
course.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was probably easy for you to say like, hey, by the way, I also am making
well, I mean,
this.
most of my friends are interior designers anyway. So, yes.
It's a very easy conversation
It was a
for you
very
to
easy
have.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back up a little bit. How did you get started in interior design?
I went to school for interior
Okay.
design. I went to school in Chicago for interior design. And,
In Chicago, everybody's coming out of Chicago.
The
All of
interior
our-
design seems
yeah,
to be like,
it's huge there.
that's
It's
that's where I'm
huge.
from. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's amazing how many people are from Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
All the ones that went to school for it and were really dedicated to it, I feel like are really coming out of Chicago. That's
It's a Midwest work ethic.
I guess so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great architecture in the Chicago area.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
like the homes there are
Oh, yeah.
unreal. When I was a kid, I used to drive with my mom around the neighborhoods in Chicago, and we would always try to look over the fences to go see like these, all the big houses. They were so stunning.
Right.
Is that something that inspired you about?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So you went to school in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you knew that's what you wanted to do from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, there were two things that I wanted to do when I was even a little kid. My mom used to hate going to the grocery store because she would be afraid that by the time she got back, the living room would be completely redecorated. And it was not unlike me to
Yeah.
move furniture around by myself.
You ever paint?
I've painted many times,
Yeah.
but I never did that just without
Yeah.
my mom's permission.
Okay. Good.
But yeah, I used to do that. And so
Wow.
I had two things that I wanted to do. It was either landscape or interior design. And my allergies are so bad, I said I can't do landscape. Yeah.
Stick with something that's a little bit safer. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. So you went to school for it. When did you land in Los Angeles then?
I actually came here for a job,
Okay.
and I worked for a furniture store for a very short period of time. And then I opened my own company like soon after that, back in the 80s.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s in LA.
80s in
Magical
LA.
time.
It was a magical time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to talk about that because there's a lot of like 80s trends that are resurging now.
Right.
Like you have, oh gosh, what are those called? Like the glass blocks and showers. Like those are coming back. Have
They
you seen
are.
those?
They are?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
are.
are.
And they're
Ah.
awesome. Big fan. Is there
But
any?
they're very different than they were.
They are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you did back then that you are now looking at like the people are doing today?
No, because back then it was so pure. It was pure 80s. It's not reinvented 80s. So I mean,
Got it.
the reinvented 80s they're a soft version of the 80s, I think. So it's
Oh.
not quite
It's
the
80s
same.
minus the cocaine.
We bringing it back? Just kidding. Nobody's bringing it back. Never. Leave
No one's
it. Leave it in
bringing
the
it
80s.
That and tequila sunrise. Those two things are staying wherever they're in the 80s.
So now, since you've gotten out of interior design, there are some things that you really miss about it from
I
going
do.
into Fuse? Yeah.
I miss the process of putting something together, like a whole home, like a whole entire home. I miss that process because it's really interesting to select, every little detail that goes on within a space.
Yeah.
But now
But
that
you did have the opportunity to do that with your new home.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's with my husband.
Yes, with your partner. So let's talk about that. I really want to talk about your new home. So when I first met you, the process was rolling pretty well.
Yeah.
But I know that you didn't have running water or electricity in the house yet. And we just went to an incredible dinner party at your home celebrating your husband's birthday.
Right.
And so I am so curious if you could just tell me the story of how you picked that house.
Oh, that's a bad story. But it's a good story, but it's a bad story.
Okay.
So Sylvester's my husband.
Yes.
Sylvester and I had been looking for a house for years, probably a good 10 years. Every time that we would put an offer on a place, we got outbid. Like a bidding war. I'm like, forget it. I'm done. We're just done. I'm not doing this anymore. We'll stay in our little rental. I don't care. But I decided on my own, without telling him, that I'm going to continue to look.
Uh-huh.
I put an offer on that house before he even knew it. I got in so much trouble. You didn't even know that.
Wait,
did you?
was this like a
Yeah.
late night Zillow expedition?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
no, Redfin. I was sitting on
Redfin,
Redfin.
there
I'm
we
like,
go.
oh, there it is. Well, oh, that's cool. And this house was a hoarder house. It was terrible,
Right.
terrible
Really?
house. Terrible house. But it was a good location.
Yeah.
The location was perfect. So we were literally going to, once we decided to get it, well, I had already made an offer and she accepted. Once we knew that we were getting it, we were going to just put a second floor on. We weren't going to do anything else to it until we realized that there was a whole lot more that had to be done per the city,
Yeah.
like for foundation and that kind of thing. So it turned into a much bigger project than we expected, but it was
Much longer project.
a
too.
much longer project.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of how it always goes, though?
Yeah, double the
Yeah.
time, double the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've always told our clients that, but they never listen to us.
Yes, but
Yeah.
in this case, it definitely was.
Yeah.
So, from what you saw initially, is there anything that you'd be able to distinguish of like this was the house and this is what it's like now, or did you kind of do a complete redo of the home?
No, because the way that we designed it with our architect, we actually designed it so it was going to keep the same footprint on the first floor.
Oh wow, okay.
And except for like the front, we were going to add the staircase and then the second floor.
Got it.
So if you look at the house today and look at the house as it was, you can see what was there.
Okay. Yeah.
But, they ended up tearing it down completely.
oh
So-
my gosh, yeah, just
Yeah,
ripping
there were a
everything
couple
out.
of posts that were left.
Yeah.
There was posts for the guest room.
There was
that were
one
left.
wall that was hanging from two other studs. It
Yeah.
was crazy.
And the architect, we'll have him, and is Christopher Court. So
Oh, Christopher
Adele's-
Court, yes.
Adele guest piece.
Yeah, so we had his wife and business partner on
Adel.
Adel on, I think that she was like our 5th episode or something. That's
So, yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was it working with him?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, we're friends.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
How is it
so-
like working and building your own home with like a team of your friends? It must be a really fun
It
time.
it made it a whole lot more fun, a
Yeah.
whole lot easier too.
Yeah.
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 Because he knew what we were, what we liked already. It wasn't like he was having to learn who we were.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So I have a question so you designed lighting specifically for the house, right?
As opposed to what?
As opposed to, buying it from your Fuse Lighting old catalog. You designed specifically
Oh,
for
for
the house.
my house. Yes, I did. So that was a challenge from Sylvester.
Oh,
So
okay.
he told me, he said, okay, so here's the deal. He goes, this is going to be your showroom, your testing ground. He goes, we have a lot of designers who come over for dinner, for cocktail parties, whatever. He goes, I want you to design new pieces for the entire house. You're allowed to bring in one of your old designs, only one. So the chandelier that's in the stairwell is the only one that I was able to bring that I had designed 24 years ago now.
Wow. Okay.
So everything else is brand new to the house.
So
the
all of the
sconces
lighting.
you love, the sconces you love,
Yes.
those are brand new.
Brand new.
Because going through your house, there are a handful of beautiful sconces, and so all of the lighting is Fuse Lighting.
All of it's Fuse Lighting. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, I mean, the thing that I'm looking at this for is, to me, like I said, it is my showroom.
Yeah.
It's my testing ground too.
Yeah.
And when the designer comes over, they get to see it actually in situ.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I'm going to change them out.
Yeah.
So if I design something new, I'll take those
Mm-hmm.
sconces down, put a whole new setup, put it whatever. And it's on purpose so that
Mm-hmm.
I can show my stuff.
That allow you to be more creative to do it for your
No.
house? No?
It actually gave me parameters,
Really?
which is what I need. I need parameters.
Interesting.
Tell me more about that.
So I get a lot of designers who want me to do custom pieces for them, which I love doing, because when I get a custom piece, I have this big a room, I need it to be this big by this big by this big, and I want to use glass and metal and leather. Okay, I have this parameter I have to work with, I'm going to make that work. If sky's the limit, I'm like, oh my God, I can do anything? Then all of a sudden it becomes really difficult.
Yeah. I can
Because
understand that.
you just don't know where to pull from. But if somebody says to you, I need this to be this big,
Right.
then yeah, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I can figure that out.
Huh.
So having parameters does give you a little bit more freedom to be creative,
Yeah.
because you don't have an unlimited amount of things to choose from.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. So you live in your showroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Both of you have designers that are coming in and out of your home.
Right.
How does that feel? Does it feel like you are still able to have like the privacy and the personal connection to your home, or do you feel like it's something that is more on display and has to be a certain way for
The
other
only
people?
difference between the two of us is I actually have a showroom that people go to, Thomas
Got
Lavin.
it. Yes.
So the people that are coming to my house
Mm-hmm.
are my guests coming for dinner or cocktails.
Okay.
That's it.
Got it. Yeah.
They're not shopping there.
Okay.
So, but I don't think it's a problem for me. I never felt like it was like, I mean, like I said, they're just guests.
They're just guests.
So
Mm-hmm. yeah.
I'm inviting them into my house anyway.
True.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Actually, I don't think I've ever asked you.
Same. I mean, most of the designers who come here, I mostly have known. I mean, or I know reasonably well, and they come and they bring their clients. And so I don't know, it's natural. I've always lived in my showrooms, kind of. It's also, as an antique dealer, many antique dealers have always lived in their stores or above their stores.
Okay,
or
yeah.
It's part of our culture. So, so for me, it's really is natural to be like that. It's
Right.
interesting.
One other question for you about this, like having your work in your home. Did Sylvester give you specific parameters for materials that you could
Zero.
use or anything like that? No?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, because I was an interior designer,
Yeah.
I think I still have taste in
Of
interiors.
course,
So
naturally,
I'm like,
yes.
I didn't want. Yeah.
I want to talk about that actually, because your taste in art is, to me, impeccable.
Thank you.
You're really talented, because throughout the house there are little gems. How did that? Is that a joint, Sylvester and you, or is that?
It is. I mean, some of it is, some of it's not. I mean, before I met Sylvester, I had quite a bit of art myself. And he also had some art, which is totally his style. I mean, most of the stuff that's religious in our house came from him.
Okay.
I mean, they're really fine pieces. I think they're really beautiful pieces.
And they fit well too.
They do fit well.
If
I
you
mean,
don't mind,
and
since
it's a
we
mix.
are an audio medium, would
Yeah.
you mind describing a few of the pieces that you're referring to?
Well, for me, I love modern art. I love contemporary. So one of the artists that I collect, or that I have a couple pieces of, his name is Javier Marin, and he's a Mexican artist, sculptor.
Wow.
And I love sculpture, and I think that's where I get the
Right,
lighting part of
right.
it from me too, is because I love sculpture so much, and for me, lighting is sculpture because
Yeah.
it's three-dimensional.
Yeah.
So for Sylvester, when I first met him, he was very much a traditionalist.
Okay.
Everything was very traditional,
Got it.
including his art. His art was very religious, and just paintings and sculpture too, but very religious. And so when we got together, mixing the two of them, I was like, how is this going to look?
Yeah.
But it actually works pretty well.
It works very well. And the two of you, would you describe that as your interior design style as well, that you are more modern and he's more traditional?
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
No.
No,
I mean, I think he's definitely much more modern than he
Okay.
ever was before.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely evolved to different tastes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So-
when I met him, he was not an interior designer. So
Oh.
he became an interior designer when he moved down to LA.
Oh, no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
What was he doing before?
He worked in a shipping company in Northern California. I know.
Amazing.
Very
Okay.
strange. Then he came back. Then he came down here, went to school for interior design, and then he went to work for Jamie Bush for a while.
Oh, yeah. The architect, Jamie Bush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And interior design.
Interior
An interior designer too?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
only know him as an architect. That's amazing.
No,
Okay, cool.
He's both.
Okay.
But he worked for him for a few years, and then he started on his own.
Wow.
So he's been on his own for a few years.
So
now.
you have two interior designers living under the same roof in a beautiful relationship for a very long time now.
22 years.
22 years. You have to have a little bit of conflict here and there when it comes to style or vision. Or do you just work together so cohesively?
No, we really, really don't. It's funny
Really?
because I'll give you one really good example
Okay.
for the house.
Yes.
So we picked out a tile that we wanted for the shower. Loved it. It was great. Sylvester got the samples at the factory. We got the samples. He cleaned them to make, because they were filthy dirty. They were
Sure,
dusty.
yeah.
He cleaned them. He put them on the counter. That was on a Friday. We came back on a Monday and they were still wet.
Oh.
And he's like, why are these wet? They're going in the shower. It was weird. Why is this tile still wet? So he called the company. He goes, oh, those aren't meant for the shower. You can't use those. I'm like, okay, so we have to reselect. So we decided to reselect. We went to a tile place on that following Saturday, and he went one way, I went the other way. And by the time we got to the middle point, we each had one board. We put them down. They were exactly the same
No
tile
way.
in two different colors. We only had to select the color.
No way.
It was exactly the same color. So we are totally in sync when it comes to style.
That's
It's crazy.
incredible.
It is incredible.
Do you think that you had a little bit of influence on him since he sort of became an interior designer after?
I think Jamie Bush had an influence on him.
Okay.
And I'm glad that he worked there for the time that he did, because it really got him outside of his regular box.
Okay.
I mean, he already had the talent, but he didn't have that style in him.
Yeah.
So now he was able to bring that other style to him, and it just made it work.
Every designer evolves. I mean, we've talked
Yeah.
about that. You know, your evolution, your eye now is completely different what it's going to be in 10 years. I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to learn, you're going to be, you see things, you absorb things, and you incorporate things over the years. And it's just by, seeing and, I mean, I
Right.
know, he also works with you a bit at the workshop. So it's like you form your eye, in a way that, and by talking to other designers and by, going to a museum and traveling. So that's what you see with a lot of designers that we talk to, is that evolution, that learning.
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of traveling, though, you do a lot of traveling, don't you?
We try.
Yeah, you try. Where was the last place that you visited that you found the most inspiration?
Inspiration. Well, I mean, we go to Milan every other year for the lighting
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Because every other year it's either kitchens and bath or lighting, and so we always go for the lighting year. So this last April was Milan.
That's Salone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's always inspiring to see things, because I mean, you're seeing a European take on something as opposed to the U.S. take.
Yeah.
And it just, you never know where any inspiration comes from. I don't know if I got inspired there. I just was there.
Yeah.
And who knows what'll come out of it.
But you're also, as someone who has a creative eye, we're all sponges. Like
Right.
anywhere that you go, you're going to pick something up.
Right.
There's going to be something that'll stand
Yeah.
out to you. Is there anything that stood out to you specifically there?
No, I don't think anything that I can think. No, I mean, seriously, I mean, I'm just trying to remember if there's anything like, wow, that was really spectacular.
Yeah.
Everything was spectacular. I mean, in its own way, it was.
Is there any place that you visited recently or even in the past that has really imprinted itself on the work that you do now?
That again is a yes and a no. I mean, Paris has always been a favorite place of mine, and I think that it's always been inspiring. But I can't say that it brings me to a pinpoint of something that I've designed.
Okay.
Just all the travel that I do, there's nothing that really just pulls anything one.
And one thing you do is that you go to a lot of showrooms in the United States. So you travel.
Yeah.
Is that a source of? I mean, I guess it's a source of information because you talk to a lot of design firms. So I'm sure you glean.
Yeah.
But is there something there that makes you tick when you creatively?
Only that I like talking to a designer because I again, it's one of the questions I always ask them, like, what are you missing?
Right.
What can't you find that you need? In lighting. And, a lot of times, I mean, I think it was probably about 10 years ago, I asked a few designers and they're like, oh my God, I cannot find a good surface mount. And I'm like, oh, I can design surface mounts.
Right.
So I started designing surface mounts probably, I don't know, 2 months after I got back from all those trips. And I probably have about 10 or 15 of them now that sell like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what people were looking for.
Yeah.
So those kinds of conversations are really important for me with the designer.
Right.
Because then I get to know what they need.
It's interesting because that's something that I don't do at all.
Lighting, yeah.
No, going to Kevin will go on trips throughout wherever he's represented, and we'll talk to a lot of design firms. I don't I don't do that, and we were talking about it on Saturday that probably should get my ass on an airplane.
I'm going next month. I'm going to London.
Ooh.
I'm going to New York.
Okay.
I'm going to DC, which scares the hell out of me, and I'm going to Maryland. And I'm going to be doing sales calls in all those cities.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You have a whole team of like quite a few people that are working with you as well.
No.
Not at all. We're very tight.
Okay.
It's a lean team.
How big is your team?
There's technically 7 of us.
7.
Yeah, 7 people.
7 people?
7 people. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, but we're organized.
Yeah. That's great.
And we do it all in house.
Yeah.
We don't farm much out, so.
Yeah, that's also something that's interesting when it comes to the we're not going to go too deep into political landscape right now, but having goods that are made here that other designers that are in the US can easily access.
Right.
That has to be a pretty serious advantage these days. Are you feeling that?
I think so. I would hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. I mean, maybe that's a question I should start asking. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe on that trip, that's a good thing to reach out about, because when you have to deal with like tariffs and importing and, outsourcing and all of that stuff, doing everything here with such a small team, that's kind of the dream right now.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the one thing also that the advantage of having a space like, a studio like Kevin's is that you can do custom work a lot easier than if you have to, source it out.
Yeah.
So that's a big forte for him,
Do
which
you-
is something that we do, at Kimberly Denman, is we're able to, customize pieces
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes it much easier.
Yeah. When it comes to customizing, so you said that you have certain vendors that are nearby. That's like you have your brass people, you have your glass and all of that, and then you do assembly in-house?
No, we actually do the fabrication in-house.
All the fabrication
in-house.
in-house.
I have my lead fabricator. His name is Mitch.
Okay.
Truly an artist.
Really?
I mean, I can give him a napkin sketch, and by the end of the day, I'll have a prototype on my desk.
That's amazing.
I mean,
okay.
It's phenomenal. I love that part of it.
Yeah.
And he's so super amazing when it comes to and he'll come to me like, well, what do you think of this? And sometimes he's better than I am.
Wow.
But we work really well together. Some of the things that I have here, like our glass blowers, leather fabricators, wood carvers, wood finishers, metal finishers. We do a lot of the in-house finishing too, though.
Okay, yeah.
So we fabricate all the metal work, and we do a lot of in-house finishing. We do the wiring in-house. I do have a shade maker that makes my shades. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And again, building those relationships over time, like you create a really solid group of people that are all working to create something that's really beautiful and doing it here in LA, which is such a special, it's a really special thing.
I mean, LA is.
Oh no, it is.
We've talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked to a couple of people from LA already. And it's a great thing that we have.
I mean, I can't imagine working
No.
like in New York I mean, how do they get anything done? I just don't understand.
There's quite a bit, though. I'm learning that there's quite a bit
Yeah.
of people fabricating in New York, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, not cheap, but some good makers.
Well, we also, because of our weather here, I think that's another
Right.
reason why I think
Yeah.
that we have so many good fabricators here as opposed to some other place, because
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing some of this stuff where the weather's so, cold or something.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even the metal finish that we do,
Right.
if it's too cold outside,
Yeah, it freezes.
it's difficult.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that.
Oh, no.
Wood
Yeah.
finishing is the same thing.
Yeah. Finishing in cold weather it's just next to impossible.
Are there any drawbacks to being in LA with this? Like anything that inhibits your ability to create something easily?
No.
No? LA's the place to do
Gets
it.
hot once right now. This week it's going to
This
be
week it's going to be
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have air conditioning in the factory. But
Wow, okay. Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
lot of heavy
It
duty
gets-
fans.
yeah.
You do
Yeah.
what you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talked about finishing at the workshop where you were creating your furniture. The finishers are fascinating, and I've got to sit and sort of watch them for a little bit. You've talked already on the show previously about how much you love just seeing them focus so much on the tiniest little details. And when you have people on your team that are so passionate about making something perfect.
One of my metal finishers
Mm-hmm.
used to be a jewelry designer. So he has that kind of meticulous
Yeah.
nature to him.
Yeah.
And he is so incredibly patient. I'm like, I couldn't do this.
Yeah.
I'm not that patient.
Yeah.
I want to see it now.
Exactly. The
Right,
amount of
yeah.
patience that it takes,
Yeah.
because I think there's a time that you've told this story where something looked done. It's like, oh, so that's about we kind of need this by now. And they're like, no. This is
Not
going to be
quite.
this. It's going to take a little bit more time. It needs a
Yeah.
little bit more time, and yeah, that's really really valuable and
When
really
are you going to
special.
come to the factory? You got to
I
see it.
want to come check it out. Actually, since
Next
we
week,
have
let's
we have a
go.
little
Yeah.
time, I would love to also show our followers on Instagram
Sure.
what all of your work looks
Yeah.
like and what the workshop looks like. Yeah, that would be great.
That'd
Yeah,
be
let's
great.
definitely take a little tour.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to need some photos of the lighting in your home because I'm obsessed with it. Okay, great. That's mostly just for me.
No, I mean,
But also for our Instagram, absolutely. We have to
I
show
think
people
it's
what it looks like. Yeah.
what you've designed for the house is spectacular.
So
Thank
beautiful.
And the house is great. The house is great. I love the art, but the lighting that you've done specifically for that one is, I think, inspiring.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait. There's one that's coming up. It's probably going to be done in about 2 weeks for
Okay.
for the den.
Okay.
It's a tight chandelier close to the ceiling.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
welcome for dinner.
Yeah, we'll come by and and also we have to have some more of Sylvester's cooking
Well,
because it's
Yes.
really
Kevin and Sylvester are one of the few couple who actually cook. Because I cook a bit, and you are one of the few that you do that a lot.
Yeah, we
And
do
I
it a
love
lot.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were decorating your home, you really focused on entertaining too. I can tell.
Well, yeah. I mean, our previous place, which was a tiny little 900 square foot apartment,
Oh, really?
we had the kitchen the size of a shoebox, but we still used to crank some good food out of
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
he
But
says
now-
the shoebox is literal.
A literal shoebox.
It's a little shoebox. It was amazing.
You saw it. It was
Oh, yeah.
tiny.
Oh yeah.
It was
Wow.
so tiny.
So
Wow.
small.
You could barely turn around with 2 people in there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And now the kitchen is for entertaining.
Yeah.
And that's why we even put in a warming drawer, because I mean, it's we're going to be entertaining. What are we doing? We need this 2 ovens and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's something that's really special too when you can create the space that you need to live in based on how you live.
Right.
And
Can
since
I
you
can,
do so much
can
entertaining,
I
it's really
vent?
special. You
Can
want
I
to vent?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you've noticed that, but we are going to a few. We've been to a few houses. The kitchen is the size of a football field,
Yeah.
and the dining room sits 6. And I'll never freaking understand why you need two refrigerators, 3 ovens, and when you can't really sit
Right.
anybody in your dining room. But what I love with you is that the kitchen is really made for cooking. Like
Yeah.
it's the right size.
Right.
And then you have a dining room, and you have, your outdoors is designed to entertain, and
Yeah.
and that I love because
Yeah.
I look at places and I'm like, Why do you have a kitchen that's that big?
And they don't cook at all.
Yeah.
Well, you
usually-
can't cook anywhere. It's
and
so
they
big
just
that you're
don't
like,
cook.
you know.
I mean, these
Yeah.
people that have these giant kitchens who don't even cook at all, I'm like, why do you have that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the dining table has like, 4 chairs around it. And I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
But they have
You need a big
they have
kitchen to
a
make
counter
coffee.
in the kitchen
They
that
do
seats
have the
8.
the huge
Right.
island.
Maybe. But it's kind of an interesting concept. But
Yeah.
whereas, it's like when I came to your house, I'm like, okay, this is a design kitchen for someone who cooks.
Yeah, and it's also the heart of your home too, because that's the first thing everybody came in and
Oh, I know. I'm
just
trying
like,
to kick you guys
Yeah,
out.
I know, but we
He's
all
like,
want to hang
"Move
out
Get
in there.
out."
Oh no, it was wonderful, and plus there's like snacks. So, well, I know that you are busy working today, and I want to make sure that we have a little time for lunch. So I have 3 questions that I ask all of our guests, and I'm
Okay.
going to give those to you now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First question is, what is the messiest place in your home?
The closet.
Which one?
The master closet.
The master closet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a closet organizer might be helpful.
No, we
or
just
no?
moved in.
Oh, yeah.
We only moved in less than a year ago, so we still
Yeah.
have boxes we haven't unpacked
Oh,
yet.
that makes
so
sense.
it's like the messiest place.
Okay. Okay. So it's a matter of time over some time.
Hopefully, but it's the last thing I look at.
The stuff needs to go somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Second question is, when you walk into a new space, what is the first thing that you notice?
If I don't say lighting, there's something wrong with me, right?
Right, probably,
Probably lighting, yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
Actually, no, I have to say, walking in today into the lobby, they changed the light bulbs.
Yeah.
They did.
I noticed that immediately. I did.
Wow. Okay. So, the light bulbs. Some people say like, oh, natural light, like how it's pouring in here. You're like, light bulbs.
Lights.
I like it.
Lights.
Very on brand.
Yeah.
Third question for you is, what is your favorite piece that you have designed? So your favorite piece of lighting, or if you have a favorite design job that you did, I want you to describe it to us.
Oh man, that's a little difficult one because there's a few pieces in the line that I really, really love. Actually, the one that's in my stairwell is one of my favorite pieces because it was one that actually became me. It was the first one that was not inspired by anyone else, inspired by anything else. It truly was me. And so when I designed it, I was like, okay, so how am I going to do this? Because at that time, there was only 2 of us in the shop.
Oh, whoa.
It
Okay.
was me and another employee.
Yeah.
And I'm designing the chandelier, which was 36 inches diameter. And then my employee goes to me and goes, how are we going to carry all this? What are we going to do? It was like, oh my God, this
Yeah.
is, our heads exploded. But that piece is called the Aquitaine.
Okay.
I don't know why I named it that. Names just come from the sky, and I just write them down and see what fits.
Perfect.
But the Aquitaine is one solid ring of alabaster. It's 36 inches diameter, and it's hanging by these really heavy chains that kind of look medieval to me in a way. That wasn't the intention, but it also feels like it floats because the way the alabaster's affixed to the chandelier, it's hooked from the top, so it's hanging down and floating off of it.
Oh, wow.
And I love the way alabaster illuminates with light. It just becomes this glow, which is just, I don't know, magical.
Wow. And is it lit from the inside with like a ring?
It's lit from the inside, so it lights out. So it lights out to the alabaster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
beautiful.
great.
That's beautiful. And that was just off the dome.
Yeah.
Just something that you came up with, put together.
No, actually, what happened is that I found an alabaster source.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I was like, what can I do with alabaster? So it's sourcing is really what kind of drives the designs too.
Right.
So, I mean,
That
it's
makes
like,
sense.
well, I don't have anybody who does this, but now that I do, what can I do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like ceramic was another one. When I first met the ceramic artist and I told her, I said, would you be interested in doing a line with me? And she was like, oh my God, I'd love that. And so now we collaborated and she makes the ceramics for some of my pieces.
Wow.
But I didn't have that before.
That's amazing. Oh, I love to hear it.
Yeah.
So, Fuse Lighting can be found at Thomas Lavin in Los Angeles. Where else?
Oh, Hune in San Francisco,
Okay.
Dennis Miller in New York, Bright Group in Chicago and Boston, Jay Nelson in Florida, Jim Thompson in Atlanta, George Cameron Nash in Dallas and Houston, Mod in Denver.
He's everywhere.
I think I got everything.
Amazing.
And hopefully London.
And hopefully London.
We'll see. That's what I'm looking for.
I'm really excited for you for that trip.
Putting it out
sounds
there.
like it's incredible. And you make such incredible art.
Thank you.
And it's something that is really special. I love that it is something that's made here in Los Angeles. And for you to be here in LA, coming from Chicago, you picked the right place.
I think so.
I'm also from like right over there, and it's
Yeah.
the right place to be.
New line, new collection, new capsule.
Well, I introduce everything when I make it.
Okay.
I used to do collections and then introduce it, but I'm like, I just introduce it when it's done. So I have a new piece coming in for the primary bathroom
Okay.
on the ceiling. I have a new piece coming in for the dining room, finally. Then I have a couple new pieces, pendants for the primary bedroom.
Okay.
So, but those are all in the works, and
So let's.
we'll see when they come out.
Good.
As you release them, we'll definitely share them so that
Yeah.
everyone that listens can hear it, can see it, hear it and see it. Thank you again so much for coming on the show today.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Karen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Clutter Bravado is filmed on location at the Kimberly Denman showroom in Los Angeles, California. For inquiries about our furniture, a directory of our guests, or just to reach out with questions or comments, email us at clutterbravado@gmail.com. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Clutter Bravado. Thank you.